You've seen those 7-day transformations all over social media, but do they really work? I decided to put it to the test with no gym, no supplements, and no shortcuts. Just food and consistency. What happened over those 7 days shocked me more than I expected. The physical changes were great, but the mental shift was even bigger. Here's exactly what I ate, how my body reacted, and the surprising lessons I learned along the way. 1. The plan and the rules. Before I began, I promised myself this wouldn't be one of those impossible starvation diets. I wasn't aiming for abs in a week or some miracle detox. I just wanted to break bad eating habits, reduce bloating, and feel good again. I weighed around 172 pounds, worked from home, and spent way too much time sitting, usually with a bag of chips nearby. So I made 5 simple rules. No processed sugar or junk snacks, no fast food or delivery, only whole, natural foods like fruits, vegetables, eggs, lean meats, and rice. I had to drink at least a gallon of water daily and get 7 hours of sleep every night. That was it. No calorie counting, no fancy supplements, just clean, consistent eating. The first day was rough. I didn't realize how often I reached for sugar until I couldn't have it. My head hurt, I was cranky, and I kept thinking about cookies. By afternoon, I felt drained, but I told myself the discomfort was a sign my body was adjusting, a detox from months of bad habits. 2. Day 2 to 3, the detox hits hard. By day 2, things got intense. My body felt confused. 1 minute I had energy, the next I was exhausted. My cravings hit hard. Passing by a Dunkin' Donuts felt like torture. I almost turned in just to smell the coffee, but instead I made my own at home. Plain black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It wasn't fun, but it kept me on track. My meals stayed simple: oatmeal with banana in the morning, grilled chicken with veggies for lunch, and salmon with rice for dinner. Nothing fancy, but clean and satisfying. On day 3, something surprising happened. My bloating disappeared, my stomach looked flatter, and I didn't feel that heavy, sluggish feeling after eating. That tiny win gave me a huge motivation boost, but there was another challenge: emotional eating. I realized I didn't always eat because I was hungry. I ate when I was bored or stressed. Breaking that pattern was harder than cutting sugar. It made me face how often I use food as a comfort instead of fuel. 3. Day 4 to 5, the turning point. By the 4th day, my body finally started adapting. I woke up before my alarm, feeling lighter and more energized. My cravings were fading, and for the first time, I actually wanted healthy food. I started enjoying the process, cooking, planning meals, and watching my energy stabilize. For breakfast, I'd make scrambled eggs with spinach. Lunch was a lettuce-wrapped turkey roll with avocado, and dinner was brown rice with grilled shrimp. The biggest game changer was meal prep. When I didn't plan ahead, I'd panic and almost cave into ordering takeout. Having healthy meals ready in the fridge made all the difference. Water also became my secret weapon. Drinking a gallon a day helped me feel full and curbed unnecessary snacking. I even noticed my skin looking better. Most of the time when I thought I was hungry, I was just thirsty. By the end of day 5, I had lost nearly 4 pounds, not from starvation, but from ditching junk and sodium. I felt lighter, sharper, and more in control, but I didn't know the hardest day was still coming. 4. Day 6, the emotional crash. Day 6 was an emotional roller coaster. My body felt fine, but my mind was tired of the rules. I started questioning everything. Was this even worth it? That night, I went out with friends, and they ordered pizza, wings, and soda. Meanwhile, I sat there with my water and grilled chicken wrap, pretending I wasn't jealous. It hit me. Food isn't just fuel, it's emotional. We use it to connect, celebrate, and comfort ourselves. Saying no wasn't just about willpower, it was about breaking emotional attachments. I realized most of my bad habits weren't about laziness, they were about seeking comfort. But I refused to give up. I had made it 6 days already, and I wasn't quitting with 1 day left. I reminded myself that finishing this challenge wasn't about perfection, it was about proving I could follow through. That small mindset shift gave me the push to keep going strong for one last day. 5. Day 7. The results. When I woke up on day 7, I felt incredible. My stomach was flatter, I had no bloating, and my energy levels were stable. I wasn't dragging myself through the morning anymore. I actually felt awake. I weighed myself and saw the scale drop by just over 6 pounds. But what surprised me most wasn't the number, it was how different I felt. No sugar crashes, no afternoon fatigue, no constant snacking. My digestion was smoother, my focus was sharper, and even my skin had a healthy glow. It wasn't magic, it was the result of treating my body better. For the first time in months, I felt in control, and something changed mentally too. This wasn't about dieting anymore. It was about respect. I started seeing food as energy, not entertainment. The idea of junk food didn't tempt me like before. I didn't feel deprived. I felt free. 6. What I learned and what I'd do differently. Here's the truth. A 7-day diet won't completely transform your body, but it will reset your habits. Think of it like pressing a restart button for your health. I learned that the reason most diets fail is because they're too extreme. If I had tried to survive on 1,000 calories or juice cleanses, I would have quit on day 3. Instead, by focusing on clean food, hydration, and rest, I built progress that felt sustainable. The mental clarity was another surprise. Cutting sugar gave me more focus than any coffee ever had. My energy was steady all day instead of spiking and crashing, and I learned that discipline is like a muscle. Every time you resist temptation, it gets stronger. Those tiny decisions, saying no to soda, skipping fast food, built real confidence. If I did it again, I'd add light exercise like yoga or walks, not to burn calories, but to connect movement with how my body feels. The key takeaway? Don't treat food like punishment or reward. Treat it like fuel for the life you want. 7. A week later. The aftermath. 1 week after the challenge ended, I was surprised by how much stuck with me. My cravings didn't come rushing back like I expected. Soda tasted too sweet, and fast food didn't appeal anymore. My taste buds had adjusted, and I found myself craving clean food naturally. I didn't go back to being perfect. Some days I ate out, some days I skipped water goals, but I didn't spiral. The difference was now I had awareness. I knew what made me feel good and what made me feel awful. That knowledge made all the difference. Even my sleep improved. I was falling asleep faster and waking up feeling refreshed. That alone made me realize how much junk food had been affecting my energy and rest. For the first time in a long time, I felt balanced, physically and mentally. 8. Myth busting. What people get wrong about short diets. A lot of people say short diets don't work, and they're right if your only goal is dramatic weight loss. But if your goal is to break bad habits, learn discipline, and restart your system, a 7-day challenge can be life-changing. It's not about how much weight you lose, it's about how much control you gain. Most people think healthy eating means expensive ingredients and endless cooking. But this challenge proved that simple meals, eggs, rice, veggies, chicken, can completely reset your body when done consistently. It's not the complexity of your plan that matters, it's the consistency. If you can make it through 7 days of saying no to your cravings, you'll start saying yes to better habits naturally. That's the real transformation, not just a smaller number on the scale, but a stronger mindset. So, did the 7-day diet challenge change my body? Absolutely. But it changed my mind even more. I proved that transformation doesn't start with a gym membership, it starts with a decision. If this video gave you a push to take control of your health, share it with someone who needs that motivation too. Don't forget to subscribe for more real challenges and results, because this journey is just getting started.